If you are a high-achieving woman with an anxious attachment style trying to date, chances are that you may fall into a trap of thinking that you need to be more self-sufficient and try to prove yourself like that. The problem with this approach is that you start with the premise that your needs and desires are wrong. Wanting love, connection, care, a partner that is relationship ready and not wishy-washy is completely normal. Let me repeat, there is nothing wrong with wanting all of this. The other thing is, it's simply not true that you are not sufficiently self-sufficient. For God's sakes, you are managing so much in life already, but somehow you accept societal gaslighting that tells you that you are needy, clingy, or that something is wrong with your needs and desires. That further leads to other mistakes you make when dating. There are 4 mistakes that women with anxious attachment style make when dating. They try to figure out how to appear self-sufficient and therefore don't express their needs and boundaries in relationships. They position themselves as someone who needs to prove themselves worthy to dating partners. They don't take time to discern if someone is right for them before falling in love and attaching too quickly, even though they try not to. They overfunction and try to make it work even when they are not happy in a relationship. Look, I understand why you're doing this. This is what society keeps pushing on us. We learn to internalize deeply that something is wrong with us if we want more than what someone gives us. When you pair this with attachment trauma beliefs stemming from your family upbringing, it's not surprising that we wind up overfunctioning and trying to appear self-sufficient. While trying their best to make it work, overfunctioning love seekers who have an anxious attachment style often end up attracting people that are not interested in commitment. Yes, these men like your company and you two may be great together, but this person is simply not ready for a relationship of your caliber. By trying to be self-sufficient, you signal that you're okay with whatever. Thus, you wind up in a situationship that goes nowhere. Although things worked well at the beginning stage when it was easy and fun, in a couple of months you find yourself confused and not knowing where your relationship is going. He simply didn't sign up for what you had in mind, a secure, committed relationship. Being ashamed of your needs and pretending to be detached is a broken strategy. Would you go to doctor and not express your needs? No, of course not, because you would never get the help you actually need. Also, look around. What do most women who are happy in love say about how they got there? You never hear something like, I had to pretend that I didn't care, so he was hooked and loved me forever. Instead, they say something like, I was just being myself and we hit it off. Moreover, you will hear something like, when I had my freak out and embarrassed myself, I thought he would definitely disappear, but no, instead he reassured me that he likes me and that he wants to take it to the next level. There is so much more to what they don't say because these women are unaware of what us overfunctioning love seekers go through. So, how are you supposed to manage dating and relationships if you have an anxious attachment style, if trying to be self-sufficient isn't the right way? Trying to be self-sufficient will lead you to attracting men who are not interested in commitment. Besides, wanting connection, love, and commitment doesn't make you needy. You've been self-sufficient for decades and you want a partner now. So here is what you need to do when dating if you want to attract quality men and avoid 2-month dead-end situationships. Remember who you are. You are not someone who depends on mercy for love. Think of yourself as a generous queen who has the most precious gift to give. Your heart and your time are the most precious gifts, so you need to figure out who is the right recipient instead of positioning yourself as someone who is hoping to prove herself worthy. Instead of falling for someone just because you have a strong attraction with them, take your time to figure out if they can make you happy in the long term. When things don't work out or you see the red flags, express your needs and boundaries. Let him show you how he reacts to that. This will help you see if he is right for you or not. Chances are he will stay the same and not change. But secure quality men love when you communicate with them. This helps them get to know you. That's when they know how to make you happy. Here is a little secret: men love to make you happy. There you have it. Follow these 3 steps if you want to attract quality men who want serious relationships and commitment instead of people who are just into having some fun. What's your choice? Do you want to continue contorting yourself into someone that you think you should be, like self-sufficient, and attract men that just want to have fun? Or do you want to be yourself and communicate openly what you need so you can attract quality men who will be eager to start the next chapter with you? If you're tired of dead-end situationships with wishy-washy men, DM me at Independent Women Rule on Instagram and we can figure out what exactly you need to do.